Okay, question 10, last but not least. Um, this, at first glance, looks like a pretty difficult reasons problem, especially if you're not experienced taking multiple choice exams. It's doubly hard. But if you know what you're doing on a multiple choice exam, it's actually half as hard. It's doubly easy. And here's why. Yep, we got quadrilateral ABCD. Um, and then they're going to say, look, that quadrilateral is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. Okay. And you're going to get the image ABCD prime. And where this question first starts looking hard is the first question is distance preserved under this rotation? That's question one. And then they go further and they go, look, and which of the coordinates that we gave you would be correct? So this seems twice as hard because they're stuffing two questions in. It's like, wasn't one enough? But if you know multiple choice, only one of these answers is correct. It honestly makes it easier because you get to eliminate half the options. Um, question one, the hard part about it is the awkwardness of how it's worded. Is distance preserved under a rotation? Anytime they say um, distance, they're really talking about length or size. And preserved is a fancy way to say stays the same. Does distance stay the same? Right? Like raspberry preserves, it's to keep the raspberries. It's to um, make it so they don't spoil, so they don't change. So preserve is a fancy way to say stays the same. And distance is like, oh, is the size of that rectangle going to stay the same? And on a rotation, the answer is yes. It is going to stay the same size. The only one that would change size that would not preserve distance is dilation. Remember, a dilation is a zoom. It's either going to make it bigger or smaller. That's not what took place. This is a rotation. So just answering question one, that eliminates half the answer choices. So now it's just a matter of can you figure out which of these coordinates is correct? And where everyone goes OD or goes beyond what the question is asking, they're not saying, can you do the rotation? They're really asking, which of these coordinates could be right? Because one of them is clearly wrong. And I'll show you what I mean. Um, Instead of trying to do the rotation, just graph these points, A prime, 6 comma 2. So that's 6 in the x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 in the y, 1, and then 2 is up there. So they're saying A prime should go right there. And we just have to say, we have to check, could this be right or is it obviously wrong? And let's see. They want us to do a 90-degree rotation. That's like a quarter turn. Um, and we're doing it to A, and they want us to go counterclockwise. So from the origin, that's going to the left, and that's going from this quadrant down into the next quadrant, that 90-degree turn. So if we did it correctly, we know A prime can't land where they're saying it is. It has to land somewhere in this quadrant. That's the trap that at A prime. That would have been a 90-degree rotation clockwise. So I don't even need to do the problem. I just have to eliminate, A is wrong because of the no. B is wrong because of the no. C, yeah, it's got the yes, but it's wrong because that point A prime, that's not a counterclockwise rotation. That's clockwise. So by process of elimination, I can just say answer choice D. That's the only one left. That has to be my answer. And that's the beauty of multiple choice and one of the secrets to beating a Regents. Hope you enjoyed Elias Academy, and I'll see you next week.